Hi there, I'm Paul Graham. I've been working in the drinks industry for about 10 years in various different roles such as bar management, drinks consultancy, and I'm going to talk to you about how spirits work in cocktails. The key to any cocktail really, no matter what ingredient, what method you're using, is that they're simple and they're well made. So really the most simple cocktails that we make and we often go back to are classic cocktails, things like martinis and margaritas and Manhattans. It's also hugely important to think about the quality of the other ingredients, always using the best fresh fruit and juices that you can, looking at the quality of your ice, the quality of the tools that you're using to make the drink. They can help that spirit shine through the drink. So when we talk about the techniques that we use to make cocktails, there's really a few main techniques that we always use and we always go back to. Stirring a cocktail, so really stirring the ingredients of a drink down over ice. Shaking a drink, which is shaking the ingredients of the cocktail with ice in a shaker. Building a drink, so building the drink in the glass that you're going to serve the drink in. And then throwing a drink, so throwing the liquid between two different shakers. When we're shaking a drink, we're generally shaking a drink that's got fruit juices or syrups in it. When you're shaking a drink, you want to make it as cold as you possibly can, and you're putting air into the cocktail at the same time. When you're stirring a cocktail, you're generally stirring a cocktail that's just alcohol in the drink, and you're trying to keep that mouthfeel of the cocktail, that viscosity. The drink has to be cold, but it doesn't have to have air in it. Throwing a drink is a great technique to get air into a cocktail, but without diluting it too much. So one of the ways that we often find to tie ingredients together in a cocktail is by using a bitter element. And bitters in a cocktail is something that we kind of think about as the way a chef uses salt and pepper. We very much bring a recipe together by adding bitters. They often fall into two categories. Cocktail bitters, which are quite high ABV, they're about 40 to 45%. And then the other category we talk about is potable bitters, which tend to be a lower ABV, and we use them quite more generously in cocktails. One of the great ingredients that was very common in classic cocktails and has come back into fashion is vermouth. So we tend to have two different categories of vermouth. We tend to have dry vermouth and sweet vermouth. A martini is a great drink to talk about vermouth because it really lets two ingredients shine. It's gin and it's dry vermouth, and that's it. Whether you're a consumer who enjoys trying new drinks and trying new cocktails, or a bartender who's making drinks at work, it's just key to trying new flavours and trying new spirits and letting them shine through cocktails. Part of a bartender's job is to select the best product and see how that performs in a bar. Very often that's the first way that consumers see a product is through a cocktail bar and through bartenders. The way to make a great drink is by using great ingredients. I think a hugely important thing is your base spirit for any cocktail. You want to select the best spirit you can really, and then for me certainly it's all about pulling certain flavours from that spirit and working with them. Since the early 2000s, the cocktail resurgence has kind of gone in two ways. One of those ways is people going through vintage cocktail books and looking at forgotten spirits and liqueurs and recipes. And then another way that we've gone is looking to more modern techniques, quite often borrowed from modern kitchens. Things like foams and spherification and changing the properties of liquids that go into drinks. If you want to find out more about this or other spirits categories, visit the Wine and Spirits Education Trust website at wsetglobal.com.